Premier League Season 3 2025. We're expecting to have another brilliant game of cricket as two teams who have already got 2 points on the table by winning their initial game yesterday, the opening day. It's going to be Team NYTRO taking on 12 for 12. Well, we have absolutely no time to spare whatsoever. Just a short while ago, I was there in the middle with the two captains for the all-important toss. Well, it's a bright and a sunny afternoon here in Sharjah, and we're all set for match number 5 of Sigma Premier League Season 3 2025, and expecting to have another exciting, a fascinating game of cricket as 12 to 12 is taking on Team NYTRO. It's time now to introduce to the men who matter in the middle. On my left is Azhar, the captain of Team NYTRO. On his left is Niji, the captain of 12 to 12 Spare. And on the extreme left is our match official, Mr. Kashif Billah. Azhar, you've got the coin. Please give it a spin. Heads is the call.
It's tails. Still.
Congratulations अजहर भाई, टॉस जीत गए आप. क्या करना चाहेंगे इस विकेट के ऊपर?
Bad first.
बैटिंग करना चाह रहे हैं. कल का मैच बहुत ज़बरदस्त था. आई एम श्योर कि आपका मूड जो होगा कैंप में वो काफ़ी पॉजिटिव और काफ़ी हाई होगा.
Yeah. Okay.
कोई चेंजेस प्लेइंग 11 में आपके?
नहीं सही में.
Best of luck. Give us a good game. Niji, unfortunately, you've lost the toss. If you would have won the toss, what was your plan to do on this surface?
We are planning to batch first, so unfortunately the toss gone, so nothing. We will chase it. It's okay.
Tell me more about the wickets back in India. I'm sure you played a lot of cricket back in India, so what's different if we compare the wickets here in Sharjah Cricket Stadium back in India?
I think in India the most of the pitch is batting pitch, and in here I think the highest score has become 1-1-3, and it's a bowling pitch. It's a slow pitch, and the outfield is a little bit slow. The better taking singles and rotating strike is better.
Knowing the strengths and weaknesses of your opponents, have you made any changes to your playing 11 compared to the last game?
We had one change, Fabi out and Rasak in.
Best of luck. Give us a good game.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, that's the news, and the confirmation coming in from the center is that Team NYTRO, they won the toss and they've decided to bat first. So that's the story from the middle, is that Team NYTRO winning the toss, and Captain Azhar, he had no hesitations to be batting first on this wicket, which I believe it is a good call, because we have seen even yesterday that the ball did come onto the bat nicely. Right then, quickly have a run at the playing 11 of Team NYTRO. Rajin Ghaffar, Azhar the captain, Shahul Zadman, Rashid Nice, Ali Ashkar, Shahid, Shijaz, Wasim, Shabir, Irshad and Rashid Nice. So quite a formidable, balanced looking side. Already we have seen some quality players in the lineup. And talking about this talented team, Nafis, Nizam, Rahul, Niji Ismail, Haznil, Rasak, Shihab, Fabi, Maheen, Jabir Rahman, Hassanul Bana, Aslam Nice. So two teams who have already clinched a victory in their opening games yesterday of Sigma Premier League Season 3 2025 would be riding high on confidence, and they would want to ensure they keep up the momentum in their favor by continuing winning their games. So this is going to be a battle within a battle. Two top teams who are at the number 1 position and number 2. So it's the clash of the two table toppers at the moment. Well, we're pretty much early in this tournament, but that is the story so far. Ghaffar, another hard hitter, and you would always want somebody like Ghaffar really to come and play at least the first 3 to 4 overs, the power play, because we know how destructive he could be early on. On the other end, Niji Ismail, what a terrific start he had. Here we go, ball number 1. Oh, brilliant ball straight away. Niji Ismail is on the money. I think yesterday he bowled 3 overs, he gave 18 runs. It was very unlucky, I remember. In one single over, at least 3 catches were dropped. So I'm pretty much optimistic that the team, they would have gathered together, sat down, reassessed, regroup, and the think tank would have surely realized that the fielding department wasn't at its best. On the other end, Team NYTRO, what a good start they had yesterday. And I think they really outnumber all the other teams. If you talk about their fielding, their bowling, their batting department, a very formidable, balanced looking side. Nicely done. Niji Smiley's keeping things very simple in the middle. Captain taking the charge, taking the matters in his own hand and bowling the first over of this game. So far, the 3 deliveries we have seen, that the ball is coming onto the bat nicely. And I'm sure that the players have gotten a bit used to the wicket, playing their first games yesterday. Yeah, it is not the best of shot selections. It was too full. He could have just shown the full face of the bat, just played down the ground rather playing across the line, and that could be a very risky shot to opt, especially with the new ball, because you don't expect the ball to hold up. It will pitch and it will skid on. It'll come a bit more quicker to the batters. So as we speak, they've made a change in the field. So the third man in final in the circle, and the long on and deep point are the ones behind. Now this is a big shot, and that has come right off the middle of the bat. It's sailed over the fence for a huge maximum. This is going to do world of confidence to this man. It was marginally fuller, but is such a powerful bloke. Used all his force, and that came right off the middle of his blade. Nicely done. Very smart wicket. He knows that he's already gotten the desired runs in this over, so watchfully just placing it. So he went full over, comes to the end. So they're going with the same plan as to what we witnessed last evening. It was Niji Ismail and Aslam Nice who started off proceedings. And yet again, Aslam is sharing the new ball. Another very talented right arm, gentle medium pace bowler. Doesn't really bowl with a lot of pace, but the good thing about Aslam is he's got excellent control. And that's what we saw in yesterday's game. Good start. This is what they need to ensure, because if you talk about yesterday's game, of course, I did mention on regards to their fielding that it did let them down. But if you talk about their bowling, and also I believe they bowl a bit touch too short on the surface. You do get value if you pitch the ball in the right areas, and that is full. Better. This is a good start by Aslam. On the other end, the two dynamic openers. Mind you, Rajan Ghaffar, he started off really well in yesterday's game. 21 and 14 deliveries with 3 boundaries and a huge maximum to his name. Batted with a strike rate of more than 150. And that is what you would really want as a captain, to have someone like Rajan Ghaffar, who's carrying a very healthy strike rate. On the other end, Azhar did get a good start, but unfortunately was caught in bold. But today it's a new day, it's a new beginning. It's an important game for both the teams. So he would also want to join in the act alongside his partner, Rajan Ghaffar. Well, and if ever you are wondering as to how the conditions are out there in the middle, it's hot. It's very, very hot and humid, and hardly there's any breeze going across. So this is going to be a real test for all the players, and the fitness levels will surely be tested. Gently. Now that is up in the air. This could be a chance. Oh, he's put it down. Now, this is something which we saw last night, where 12 to 12, their fielding department really let them down. And yet again, in the very second over, Aslam creating an opportunity. And the catch has been put down. That should have been taken. So the agony continues. I really like this field setup by Aslam. For packed offside field. 6 fielders on the offside. Oh, this is Apesh chance. And this time he makes no mistakes whatsoever. Aslam has finally found a wicket here for his team, and no mistakes had been made this time in the deep. So this is a good start, and this is a big wicket going down in the context of play. It will be the captain who will have to depart. Showed a lot of promise, but Aslam in the end just creating a setup, having a good field, having a long on field and position, getting the ball in towards, shaping it in, and eyes on to the ball right till the end, gallops it in the end. So the first wicket has fallen. It's 10 for 1. Well, bowling according to his field and to the plan has worked in the favour of Aslam, having a deep mid wicket in place, having a long on in place. Doesn't really move the ball much, relies more on his consistency when it comes to be pitching the ball in the right areas. And that's what you need when you know you don't have express pace. All you need to do is just vary your pace and ensure you ball in the good length areas. Maybe touch at times you can just adjust your length ever so slightly at the back, but the basics, that is something which is so important when you're bowling with the new ball, because it's never too easy really to control the new ball. Oh, the bowler Aslam, he thought that he had a genuine case out there. Not so much the umpire. Kashif has given that as a wide. So it's a terrific start here by team 12 to 12. It always puts you in the front foot when you pick up a wicket in the power play. And as a batter, well, the moment you walk in the middle, you know you don't really have time in your hands. So you really need to go big from the word go in the power play. That's going to be another wide. Just trying a touch too hard here, Aslam. Can once again go back to his basics. I don't really think he needs any advice, because Aslam, we know he's such an experienced campaigner. He's played a lot of cricket back in India. Knows how to adapt to different conditions and surfaces. That is a glorious looking stroke. What a way to open your account. The ball was marginally full, but Rashid has played an extraordinary cover drive. Look at the balance, look at the finesse. And it's such a lightning quick outfield here in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. So the moment you strike it from the middle of the bat in the gap, you're going to get value for your runs. Good comeback. Perfect length. A dot to close out an eventful over. It's 2 gone. 16 for 1. Niji to continue, bowled a lovely first over. Having a backed offside field now. He needs to be a little careful here. Because he's got a backed offside field. There's nobody patrolling towards the deep mid wicket. The two fielders are in the circle, or rather three fielders. It's a mid-on, a short mid, and a short fine leg. So anything onto the pads, I think the batters, they just need to time the ball. And as I said earlier, that it is a lightning quick outfield. So you don't really need to use a lot of power. Just the timing will do the job for you. Beautifully bowled, equally well played. Good bit of cricket overall. Rashid and Azhar, both of them seem to be pretty much technically sound and also have the ability to really shift gears when required to do so. Azhar, the captain, I think he was absolutely brilliant yesterday with his leadership qualities. Very inspirational leader. Alongside this man as well, Niji. He bowled his heart out. I really felt for him when so many catches were being put down on his over. Now this is high up in the air. This could be a chance. Oh, he's put it down. And who's the bowler? It is the captain, Niji Ismail once again. I'm not sure what went wrong there. That was a regulation take, and you can just see the body language of Niji. And these are catches where you can just take them with your eyes closed. Yeah, just had to move maybe 5 to 6 steps and has put it down. The next ball, trying to smash it towards the fine leg, but unfortunately finding the fielder. So this is a good start, I believe, by 12 to 12. A very strong bowling unit, mind you. Niji Ismail. I won't be surprised if he decides to bowl another over, because whilst the ball is new, you would want somebody who can control the ball and pitch in the right areas. Now this is gone towards the long off for a biggie. It's maximum here. Niji bowling it touch too full, and Rashid, he saw the opportunity and getting his front foot onto the line of the ball, intentionally went over the head of the mid-off fielder, and he's got a pretty solid connection on this one. So mixed bag of events so far. We've seen a couple of catches being put down. We've seen one catch being taken. We've seen a few wides. We've seen a couple of sixes already in this innings. So it just looks like this game promises to be an absolute blockbuster. Flicked away beautifully. It's going to be a long chase. I don't really think the ball has enough legs. And the batters will come back for an easy couple of runs to close out the third over. It's 27 for the loss of 1. Aslam to continue, bowled a decent first over to start off proceedings. 27 is what they've gotten so far, which I believe it's a good score in the first 3 overs. Very watchfully played. He's letting the ball come to him. So they're not really trying to be over ambitious or trying to really force the issue. They're waiting for the loose deliveries and respecting the good ones. Yeah, at times as a batter you can really get carried away thinking it's a shorter format. We just got 72 balls to face, and that's where you make those major mistakes by trying to slog and hit the ball every single time. And that's where I believe you're giving an opportunity to the bowler on every single delivery. Beautifully bowled once again. Aslam and Niji, the captain, bowling well in tandem. There you go, the dugout of Team Nitro. Plenty of batting to come. Three very, very destructive batters sitting in the dugout. We know you've got the likes of Shahul, Zadman, Rashid Nice, Ali Ashkar, all of them. We know how destructive they could be. Oh, that's close. That's very, very close. But umpire has turned that down. Run out opportunity. Directed. Would have been very interesting. It's all happening out there in the middle on the very first, or rather, in a very first delivery. We could have seen a run out, an LBW. Yeah, I think he was struggling. Direct hit, and he was a goner. So the plan seems to be quite simple. They are not trying to really go after Aslam. Nicely done. Dot delivery. A dot delivery for a bowler in a shorter format is absolutely gold dust. And Aslam has already bowled a few in this innings. That just shows how tight his line and length's been. He's bowled 6 dot deliveries. This has been flicked away beautifully towards the deep square leg. No stopping. He's got plenty of bat. He's getting a lot of applause and acknowledgement from his teammates. The margin of error on this surface is so minimal. Just drifting down on the leg side, and Azhar saw the opportunity and cashing onto it. Gets a boundary. Good comeback delivery, excellent bit of running, an early call by Azhar and good response by his partner Rashid on the other end. It's 4 gone, 34 for 1. It seems like the captain, Niji, has decided to hold himself back for the latter part of this innings, and it's going to be Rahul. It was a bit expensive yesterday, 20 runs in 2 overs, did not pick up a wicket. But surely now, he would know how to approach and bowl on this wicket. Not the best of starts, Rahul, bowling a wayward delivery onto the offside. I think as a batter, Azhar will be feeling a little disappointed. He's missed out to that. There's a lot of pace. He could have really just guided towards the point region. This is struck beautifully along the carpet. The fielder has given up the chase pretty early. And all of a sudden now the runs are coming thick and fast. So 5 runs in the very first delivery by Rahul, bowling a fuller delivery. And Azhar taking full opportunity. Well, once you get this kind of a start, when you know you have 5 runs in the first delivery, you could literally just turn this into and convert this into a big one of 15 or 20 overs. And that's what you need in a shorter format. 1 big over, and the rest you can just play a calculated innings, try to get 9 to 10 runs per over, get a boundary in every single over. But that one big over really puts a dent into the bowling department. A few changes have been made. Pretty unorthodox field. They've got a deep point. They've got a wideish deep cover. And they've got a cover field in the circle. And still he has managed to find the gap. So he's literally toying around with the bowlers. Rahul seems to be absolutely perplexed as to where do you bowl to this man. And I think that was not the right delivery. Nobody patrolling towards the deep mid wicket. I just have a feeling they're trying to do a bit too much. Can just keep things simple. Have a deep cover, long on, long off, deep mid wicket, deep square. Keep it simple. But the field setup at the moment they've got a long on, which is quite wide. You can see how much real estate there is straight down the ground. And even now, mind you, there is nobody patrolling in the deep towards the deep mid wicket. Drills it past the bowler, gets a single. So they have gotten the start which they would have desired to. Now they need to ensure they keep up with the momentum. And also, the rest of the batters who are going to come to bat, they will need to ensure they just continue the onslaught. This is high up in the air. How far has this gone? Not far enough, and again a catch being put down. Well, now I don't even remember the numbers of catches being put down as to what I have witnessed from this team yesterday. There's such a quality side, but the fielding has put them down. This, he just lost his balance. Just at the last split of a second. So Rahul was on the verge of picking up a wicket. He wouldn't be very pleased with the effort in the deep because, you know, when you're not having a great day with the ball, you've already been given a lot of runs. And then when there's opportunity created, your fielding team department rather lets you down. This is an outside edge, a healthy one. And they might think to come back for the second. No, denied by his partner, rightfully so. You've already gotten runs, so there's no need of taking any unnecessary chances. So another handy over for team NYTRO. Comes to the end. It's 5 gone, 48 for 1. So it looks like we're going to see some spin from the academy end. Nizam, very economical. It was quite surprising. We didn't see Nizam to be bowling his 3 over quota. Gave only 14 runs. But gave a few wides. Gave at least 4 wides in total. Beautifully ball. That's a very good delivery. Just ensuring that he tries to target the block hole, and to master and execute this kind of a delivery, you really need to do a lot of practice behind the scenes. And that's what we saw yesterday in his arm, trying to nail those Yorkers. That is a very, very handy delivery in a shorter format. Yeah, you could see he was trying to do so, but the line went horribly wrong. And this is going to be called as a no ball because it has landed outside the play area, outside the wicket. Now, after such a good start, how many more can they get from here onwards, considering they bat so deep? 110, 120 we've seen on this wicket. Chasing, it just becomes such an uphill task. Comes down the track, but it is a no ball, or it was a free hit, beg your pardon, so it doesn't really matter. But good delivery. So the last 3 deliveries we've seen, yes, the second one was a no ball. Let's have a quick look once again. Not collected cleanly, but doesn't really matter. Yeah, because it was a free hit. So all the 3 deliveries we have seen have been fuller and trying to yoke. But that is a problem. Because mastering and executing and trying to consistently pitch the ball in the box where the batters do usually stand, it's very, very tough ask. And that's where, as a bowler, you lose your line, your length, and that's what happens. You bowl full tosses, you bowl no balls. So I think he just needs to vary his length, play around with his length and with his pace. Maybe try to bowl a slower bumper. Could be a short, slow bumper. That is one delivery which we have seen in the shorter formats has found a lot of success, where it never really arrives at you. We've seen so many domestic cricketers in the UAE. They literally mastered that kind of a delivery because they've played so much cricket here in this iconic Sharjah cricket stadium that they know it's a very difficult ball to deal with. Just gets stuck into the surface. It holds up into the surface and comes very, very late towards the batters. No boundaries conceded though, even though he bowled 1 no ball in the over. Still, he's given only 4 runs. This has been crashed away. It's a fine shot yet again. And Rashid, he seems to be on fire at the moment. No stopping. Has spoiled the over of Nizam. Gets an important boundary, 2 full. And getting his front foot forward yet again. A proper cricketing stroke, mind you. They're not really hitting slogging. These are very, very good cricketing strokes we are witnessing. We're halfway through in this innings. It's 6 gone. 56 for 1. So the first 6 overs has surely gone into the favor of Team NYTRO Cricket Club. 56 is what they have gotten, and surely the message would be loud and clear from the think tank of Team NYTRO is that to just go for the onslaught. Let's try to get a big score and make it very difficult for 12 to 12 to come out later and chase. Mind you, 12 to 12 they have chased in the past game as well, and they did find success winning their first game. But today the challenge is different because Team Nitro, they are in an absolute destructive mood at the moment. And it's not just any of the batters scoring, it's a collective effort. Rajan Ghaffar hitting a huge 6 to start off proceedings, and now Azhar and Rashid. Brilliant bit of partnership between these two. Approaching a 50-run partnership mark, which is now worth 46. So just one hit away to be getting the 50-run partnership between these two. Oh, beautifully done. That is a very good ball. Hasnil, another fine talent. A very handy cricketer, both with the ball, with the bat. He's got a few tricks under his sleeve. Knows how to tackle the situation. Knows how to bowl when the batter is really going after you. That is one quality which I've observed when you talk about Hasdil. Reads the batter right till the end and then releases the ball. Needs smart bowling at the moment. You can't just come and bowl and then wait things to happen. Played down the ground, no real timing or power, just a single. They won't really mind the singles from here onwards. And clearly now we can see that there is some urgency coming in from both the end. Azhar, Rashid, both of them into the 20s, getting a good start. And also, I think they do have an opportunity to even get a 50. Both these batters. Nicely done. Bowling according to his feel at the moment is Hasnil. Keeping things simple. Again, a bowler, gentle military medium pace. Relies more on his variations. Got a very short run-up. Reminds me of the great Nathan Astle from New Zealand. Used to be so deceptive. Nice, very, very nice. Brilliant is asking the question. And the umpire seems like has gone upstairs. The wicketkeeper seemed to be pretty much interested. Not so the bowler. Let's have a look. Oh, he's way down the ground. Did he come back? Oh, this is going to be very close. He did not collect the ball cleanly. It just looks like whilst he lost the balance, it slipped out of his hand and it has gone to hit the stumps and the foot was in the air. So this is going to be very unlucky if Rashid is being edged, stumped here. I think they have gotten their wicket. So some disciplined bowling from Hasnil has finally gotten him his reward. And that is the end of Rashid. Very unlucky. Yeah, I can feel for him. Because he did his level best to really come back in time. Keeper missing it altogether. And unfortunately, the ball went onto the bails. And the bail just came off in a jiffy very quickly. It's 59 for 2.
Well, 59 for 2. A wicket just falling at the right time here for the 12 to 12. Well, that did hurry up on the batter. Azhar batting very well, 24 of 21. Shahul just coming in to bat at the fall of the wicket. Oh, very nearly chopping it onto the stumps. Well, he'll need to count himself extremely lucky there, Azhar, because that ball could have easily gotten chopped onto the wickets. Boundary, nevertheless. And the batting team will certainly take it anyway it comes. 7 overs done. It's 64 for 2. .64 on the board, and it's going to be Rahul who will continue. He's gone for 14 runs off his first over. Starts off with a wide ball down the leg side. Firing that in Rahul. Perhaps trying to target that block hole. And just look at that fielder on the top right hand corner. Almost right behind the wicket keeper there. We did see these tactics yesterday as well. But the men in blue, well, they've been extremely impressive to say the least. 2 in 2 games yesterday. Both emerging victorious. Good delivery. This time very much on target. A tinge of green there on the pitch. Sometimes we often imagine that wickets that have green tops usually favor bowlers. But with the sun beating down and temperatures almost around 40 degrees Celsius, cannot be an easy situation for the players out there. The pitch also will get quite baked down, and it will be a lot easy for the batters. Oh, I'll tell you, that was mightily close to the leg stump. He tried moving away to the offside, almost exposing that leg stump to the bowler. Do be very careful at this stage, because you cannot afford to lose another wicket, especially when you've got a good start for your team here, the Team Nitro. They're up against the men in blue who've been brilliant yesterday. Can they carry their winning streak is going to be the question today in this day number 2 of the Sigma's Premier League Season 3 2025. We've had 4 very, very good games yesterday. 5 more today. And that's a lot of games coming up here for our viewers. Well, that's a good looking shot. Over covers, running away towards the boundary. The fielder in the deep has absolutely no chance whatsoever. A very good hit under the circumstances. And they'll need a few more of that here, Team Nitro. Can be very, very sapping for the fielders out there as well. Oh, good delivery. Nicely played with soft hands. A quick single towards third man. .72 on the board. Well, Azhar, can he go on? He needs to carry on right to the end for his team. That's a good delivery again. Not giving any room for the batters to get under to get that elevation through. A decent over here. 3 wides with a boundary as well for Team Nitro. 72 for 2 at the end of the 8th over. Well, that's blasted through the cover region. Hasnell now into his second over. He's picked up a wicket as well in the previous over. Run rate quite good, I'd say. Decent, going at just below 9 runs and over. With 8 wickets in hand and 4 overs to go, I believe that they need to try and push that to about the 10-11 run rate mark. And he's bowled him. Just as we're saying that he needs to be out there in the middle, Azhar throws it away with a loose shot going across the line, and stumps are castled in the process. Third one down, and Hasnell strikes once again. This is turning out to be a great spell. Set batter back in the dugout, and the men in blue are on top. It's 73 for 3. Well, that's going to be called a wide. He's got to re-bowl that again. $74 for 3 right now. Well, that is in the air. Just wide of the third man fielder, but the fielder in the deep will cut it off. New batter, Ali Ashkar, bowled extremely well with the ball. Some very good tight lines and lengths yesterday. Well, he's got a job to do with the bat here today. Can he get things going here? Oh, that's close. That's close. That is very, very close. And in fact, the umpire lifts his finger. Well, poor shot to say the least. He was playing across the line. Well, this is not tennis ball cricket, my friend. In the hard ball format, you have to play with a straight bat when the ball's full. Disappointing end. The men in blue picking up wickets in regular intervals. The second wicket here for Hasnell. Brilliant figures, 3 for 11 so far. And Ali Ashkar departs without troubling the score as much. It's 76 for 4. Oh, very close. Very, very close. Shahid, the new batter at number 6. Shuffling across towards the off stump. And oh, that was mightily close. Almost kissed the bails on the leg stump. However, the umpires are very, very strict when it comes to those angles down the leg side. Well, what's the hold up now? All right, we had a bit of a hold up. We're now ready to continue. Shahid, the new batter, yet to face a ball. NYTRO slightly losing their way over the last couple of overs, losing some quick wickets in the process. Well, this is in the air. And he's got it all the way. What a way to get off the mark. Shahid, you beauty. Amazing strike that was. Off the middle of the bat. And that went a long way. Magnificent hit. 6 to begin with, I believe. Let's have a look at the replay again. I think this is the LBW. No, this was the wide of the previous over. Well, I think we're just waiting for a confirmation to check whether if that he is a 6 or a 4. So that was a Yorker Len this time. Played nicely towards mid-wicket for a quick single. So very successful over from Haznir comes to an end. 2 wickets in that. 9 overs done. It's 82 for 4. Well, a quick single, a direct hit and he's gone. Brilliant work there by the wicket keeper. Magnificent piece of ground fielding. He was off to it in a flash. He absolutely bursted off his stance onto the ball and then threw the stumps down. Brilliant work there. Brilliant stuff. So another one falls half the side back in the dugout and it is Shahul who has to depart. It's 82 for 5.
So just losing wickets at wrong times here as a team Nitro after such a brilliant start. Oh, bowled him. What an absolute rip scorcher of a delivery, and it is the captain. He has struck. What a beautiful delivery, full and straight. And the batter had absolutely no clue whatsoever how to tackle this kind of a delivery. And no surprises, it is one of their best bowlers, the captain himself taking the charge, getting another wicket. So they're falling apart now, a run out, and now getting the better of Shanid. It's 82 for 6. This is turning out to be a brilliant over by the captain, Niji. Lovely delivery. Shad, you can already see he's at the back foot. More like a preempted shot. Never wanted to hit it. And I wouldn't want to say this, but I don't want to say that they would want to see off the over. You need to ensure you get a move on now. At one stage, it looked like this going to surpass 120, but now even the 100 is getting difficult because you've got two new batters at the crease, and it's not going to be all that easy to come and smash. Oh, very, very close to the middle stump. The batter asking a polite inquiry to the umpire as to why isn't that a wide. Yeah, that is not a wide. That's gone right over the stumps. Could have easily been bowled. Played upish. Nicely played, showing the full face of the bat, but no real power behind the shot. What a terrific over this is by the captain himself, Niji Ismail. Looked so confident when he came out for the toss. Came with an intent and said he would want to continue with the winning streak. 1 run only in his third over. Can he get a wicket? Lovely delivery, very smart. He saw that the batter was trying to free his arms, and that's where he slowed down his pace, and the ball never really arrived. Brilliant stuff. He's done for the afternoon with 21 runs in 3 overs and a wicket to his name. It's 10 gone, 84 for 6. Just the last couple of overs remaining in this innings. Another 20 more runs will take them to 104. That is going to be a good score. Not the best of starts though by Hasnell. To pick up the bowlers. By far, 3 wickets to his name. And he's not done yet. He still has 6 more deliveries. And this is where I believe he can get a 5-0 for his team, because you know that the batter is going to go after you. So there is an opportunity on every ball he's going to be bowling. This is high up in the air. It's a skyer. Very close to the long off-fielder. Gets only a single. This has been a brilliant turnaround to this game. Mind you, they were 73 for 2 in 8 overs. They're now 86 for 6. That's all because of some brilliant display of bowling by the captain, by Aslam. Nizam bowled 1 over, gave 7, and Hasnell. Look at this. This is terrific stuff, to say the least, what we're witnessing. To come and bowl the penultimate over and to execute and keep on pitching the ball in the right lengths, those teasing, nagging lengths. It is an art, and Hasnell is a master of it. Another dot delivery. Now this is frustrating times here for Team NYTRO. What seemed to be a score of more than 120 has now come down to maybe, let's say, below 100. That will be a win-win situation for 12-12 if they go on to restrict Team NYTRO below the 100 mark, which is quite possible from here onwards. This is up in the air. It's an outside edge. Wasn't in control. It was more like a wild slog, a wild hoik. Could have gone anywhere. But it's going to be only a single. So only 3 runs coming in. Couple of singles and a wide to start off the over. Still has an opportunity to pick up a few more wickets. Slower delivery. It's been crashed down towards long off. They're coming back with the second. No, his partner Shahid showed absolutely no interest. Irshad, clearly we can see struggling. Has already played 6 deliveries, but hasn't found much form in this tournament so far. Brilliant. This is absolutely terrific stuff as to what we have witnessed. Hasnell also is done for the afternoon with 3 overs to his name, 3 wickets and 22 runs. 89 for 6 after 11. Well, this is the beauty of this format. You can always make a comeback. Rashid and Azhar scoring 49 runs partnership amongst each other. And since then, it has been a tough ask for the batters. Beautifully balled, drifting down the leg side. We have to wait for the signal of the umpire. And yeah, rightfully so, that has been given as leg buys. So boundaries have surely dried for a long time now. And that is all because the bowlers have read this wicket beautifully. The story was quite different yesterday because they were playing the first game, so you need time to really assess the conditions, assess the surface. And that just shows, it is a testament to the fact that these men, they play a lot of cricket and have vast experience. So how quickly they have adapted to this Sharjah Cricket Stadium wicket. And the execution has been sublime so far. Yeah, this is what happens when the momentum is not in your favor. Now this is going to be a run out. I'm not too sure where was he going. So that's disastrous to say the least for Team NYTRO. They are falling like pack of cars now. That is the 7th wicket down. In a shorter format, you don't really see 7 to 8 wickets falling down. And that is all because of some disciplined bowling we have seen from the men in blue. Have done their homework. They anyways wanted to bowl first. After losing the toss, I was having a word with the captain, Niji, in the middle, and he was happy to bowl first. And now I understand why he always wanted to bowl on the surface, because he did see that there was some juice in the surface. But as the sun will beat down onto the wicket, it will dry and it will come onto the bat much nicer. So chasing is always going to be a better option here in the wicket of Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Nonetheless, another excellent over is what we're witnessing. Placed gently towards the deep mid wicket, only a single. So nobody really could stitch up a partnership after the departure of Rashid and Azhar. Shahul, Shahid, Irshad struggled. That's what happens when you come out to bat and you know that you need to go from ball one. Just overdo it at times. Oh, this is very close. The ball did hoop in sharply just at the last bit of a second, but I think it would have just missed the leg stump with an angle. Once again, the umpires, I think they have made some brilliant calls so far in this tournament. Umpiring standards here in the UAE, I believe it's top-notch. That's going to be wide. Can we see another run out? Now, Nizam should have been behind the stumps. In fact, he was in front of the stumps. If ever so, he was backing behind the stumps. Surely there was a case for them to get another wicket, and that too in a form of a run out. These are the little small, minor things which really matter. You as a bowler, once you're done bowling, you need to go back behind the stumps. And even after you don't really have a big run up, it just becomes much easier for you. This is crashed towards the offside. It's going to be a long, long chase. The fielder has given it up. Very handy 4 runs coming in the last over. A couple of extras and now short delivery. A lot of room offered and whack. Surely Shahid would have enjoyed this and he would be thinking maybe one more over if we had. I could have gotten my team another 15 to 20 more runs, but it's a bit too late because we're almost done and dusted with the last over. Lovely ball, full straight. The idea was right. He did try to play it with a straighter bat down the ground, but missing it completely in the end. So that is the end of the first innings, and somehow Team NYTRO have managed to reach the double figure mark. And I think they've done a decent job in the end to get that score, because we know anything above 100 on this very ground It's always going to be a tricky situation. It's not going to be all that easy considering the bowling of Team Nitro. Heavily packed with those spinners of Team Nitro. It's not going to be all that easy. Well, these two men, they started off with a bang. Rajan and Azhar started off really well. We saw catches being put down. The agony in the story continued, but this time he held on to it, did not make a mistake, and that was a big wicket going down. The captain departing, then Rashid, and alongside him, Azhar played a brilliant knock, and this was a brilliant stumping. Look at that. That was a very unfortunate moment for Rashid. Nice, he was batting brilliantly. Then Azhar ensured that he steadies the ship, stays out there in the middle, kept on hitting those big shots until that happened. Plum in front, brilliant delivery by Hasnell, kept things very simple. Right, then we are just going to dive into a short break, and once we are back, we will be all set for a fascinating run chase. Stay tuned.